Hi, my name's Richard Majewski, and welcome to another edition of Take 10. Take 10 is a serviced apartments, corporate housing, and global mobility podcast where we seek to offer insights based on informal chat and icebreaker questions to get to know the guests a little better, and followed by a summary of the guest's business so that you can examine potential collaboration. So, without further ado, let's meet today's guest. And thank you, Richard, for that one. Hi, Sarah, and welcome, Sarah Beet from Staybridge Suites in Birmingham. Over to you, Sarah, for an introduction.
Hi, Richard. Yes, so thanks for having me today. So my name's Sarah. I'm the sales manager at Staybridge Suites in Birmingham. I've been in my role now about 15 months, and previous to that, I worked for in M&E meetings and events. My background is actually visitor attractions, visitor operations, heritage and museums. So after COVID, I retrained, and having come into hotels, I've loved every minute of it, and it's been a really great journey getting to this point.
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you for that. And you touched on the point there, which I've got to ask you immediately.
Of course.
Um, as we start breaking the ice questions, so go straight into those. Um, Culture, museums or art galleries? What would you prefer?
So anything for me, culture, heritage, arts. So Birmingham's really lucky to have lots of different museums. So we've got Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery, and we've got the Think Tank Science Museum. So for me, I would visit any of them, to be fair. So there's not an either or there. It's all about the culture and the heritage and keeping that going.
Right, yeah, and I'm sure Birmingham an interesting heritage as well, really, isn't it? You know, it's such a history, industrial history as well. You know, in the kind of the heart of England. So much changing over the years, I'm sure. So yeah, fascinating. I could ask you lots about that one, but I would best move on. um, in fact, move on right at the other end of the scale, but something potentially very appropriate to Birmingham with all the roads and motorways. What would you prefer, a speeding ticket or a parking ticket?
Well, not being a driver, I don't know the sort of the prices of either of them, but I would imagine probably the parking ticket will be better than the speeding ticket.
Oh, you sidestepped that one niftily. Um, I always remember when I came to Birmingham once, and it was fairly dark, and I went down a bus lane. There's no way you could have read that it had bus lane written on this particular road. So yeah, I can't blame you at all for not being a driver. In fact, yeah, I envy you that one rather. Um,
Bless you.
Shopping online or shopping in store?
All shopping in store, but it's harder and harder these days because I sort of grew up without social media and the internet and the computers. Sort of late 90s into the early 2000s were just coming into the fore when the internet was just getting going. So I'm very much used to not having it. So I prefer to shop in store if I can, but obviously these days it's more likely to be online.
Yeah, it's so convenient, isn't it? And my wife, in fact, it was who was saying recently. I don't know whether you know this one. You know, I assume because Birmingham and what have you. In the Bull Ring, has John Lewis closed down then now? Do you know?
Yes, it has. So it's all online. It's all online now, I think. Yeah. So the John Lewis closed. The John Lewis store closed. So it's in
Wow.
Grand Central. It's in Grand Central. So where Aussie the Bull is, as you come into Grand Central, it's just at the top there, and they're just looking at what can go in there instead.
Right. Interesting. I didn't. Yeah. Gosh, I remember 3 years ago and I saw it, and I mean it was huge. So yeah, Aussie's the Bull. I should have had a question about that one. I took a photograph of that recently, actually. Very impressive. For those who don't know, Aussie the Bull is this whacking great metal bull at New Street Station, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aussie, go ahead.
He was built for the Commonwealth Games back in 2022, and initially they were going to dismantle him afterwards, but public feedback and everything, so they took him into storage for a little bit, and then they decided to leave him in New Street Station permanently. Just a reminder of the bull ring, and obviously they named it after one of Birmingham's most favourite citizens, Ozzy Osbourne.
Exactly. And we're hitting culture again. I didn't know there was so much culture in Birmingham, and don't go and start flaming me, everybody from Birmingham.
Yeah, it's a very, very multifaceted city, so there's lots of fun stuff, lots of reasons to visit Birmingham.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that whole genre of music as well, really, with heavy metal and what have you, I always associate with Birmingham, in all honesty. Yeah. TV, if anyone watches TV these days, I seem to be the only one that ever does. Reality or documentary programs?
Oh, definitely documentary. I'm not a big fan of reality shows at all. I like watching history documentary sites, documentaries, that kind of stuff. So anything where you learn something, I really enjoy watching.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that one. The only reason I would end up with reality TV in front of me would be that I'm just so staggered that that's entertainment that I'm frozen and can't get up. Anyway, but it's everybody to their own, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you there, because the things I watch religiously on TV are sport and documentaries, so that's my bag.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. This is it. Puzzle. So, what do you call those things now? Jigsaw puzzles or board games?
Can I say neither on those? Because I don't really do either. Because my thing is crosswords and puzzles and word games. I like those kind of things. That's my sort of games that I like to do. Crosswords, Scrabble, cryptic crosswords, that kind of stuff. That's what I really like doing.
I think I'd be with you on that one, to be honest. Last time I did a jigsaw puzzle was years ago. And yeah, board games. I always associate those with playing board games with the kids where you have to let them win, so it's never much fun anyway. So yeah, I think Scrabble. I do like, that's for sure. Couple more questions.
Of course.
Getting up early or staying up late?
Definitely an early bird. I don't do late nights. I like to get up, have my day, go home, relax, and then comfortable get a book and have a chill. That's me.
Yeah, that sounds a very organized person. So I might not need to ask this last question, but you might throw me a curveball. Who knows? Messy desk or clean desk?
Oh, clean, tidy. Everything has its place.
Really?
Yeah,
desk tidy and those kind of things.
Yes, it's one of the things I'm known for the most is being organised.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm the opposite, to be honest. I'm looking around me now, and I shouldn't do, because it's a mess. Right. Oh, thanks for that, Sarah. I've enjoyed that. Over to you, please, to tell us a little bit more about Staybridge Suites and whatever you want to tell us about.
Okay, so Staybridge Suites Birmingham is an aparthotel. So we are serviced apartments, but we operate like a hotel. We are in the heart of the city centre in Birmingham, so we're just 5 minutes away from New Street train station, and we're close by to all the amenities. With Staybridge, we have a lot of really fun value adds. So when you book a room with Staybridge, breakfast will always be free, which is a full buffet. We do complimentary laundry services, we do complimentary tea and coffee, and a unique Staybridge brand standard is that we do our social hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6:30 till 7:30, where we give our guests free drinks and nibbles, and it's just a way of giving back. And with Staybridge, we really want to create that home from home feeling. So guests can come and stay with us one night, or they can come and stay with us 6 months, 12 months, whatever they need. And if they are away from home that bit longer, we want them to be comfortable and relaxed. So having that social hour is a really good way, and guests like having a chat and talking to each other and just giving them more of a relaxed feeling. So we very much do extended stay, but we also do corporates and we also do leisure. So any type of people, any type of booking, we're very flexible suites, very flexible room options. So we're open to all options, basically.
Right, fantastic. And thank you. And location wise, remind me of the location again, please.
So for those that know Birmingham, we're on Corporation Street. So that's right in the middle of the city centre. It's by the old Rackham's building and we're right on the tram tracks. So it's literally you come out of New Street Station and you walk up Corporation Street and we're just there. Obviously, because we are on the tram tracks, we don't have parking on site, but we have a brilliant discount with our partners B4 car park, which are only about 5 minutes away around the corner. And anybody that stays with us can get a 55% discount. And because we are so close to the car park, so close to the train station, it's so easy just to get around where we are from the city centre. The shops, restaurants, bars, anything you need is very close by to us.
Right. And relevant, it's relevant to me recently, this particular question, I guess. So that's a whacking discount, 55%. So how much would that be then for, let's say, for a 24 hours in that car park? Would you know how much that would be?
So I think it's £15.70. That's with the discount off.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. You mentioned also the free buffet breakfast, which what's the time now? 2:15 here. Made me feel hungry. I'm afraid. But and you also then, I think, mentioned, did you is there like a guests evening once a week?
Yeah, so it's 3 times a week. We call it social hour. So we invite all our guests that are staying in house with us. We set out beer, wine, nibbles, and we invite our guests to come down just for an hour. We give them free drinks and nibbles, and it's just a really good way of giving back to our guests. And it also, if they are away from longer periods of time from home, they can talk to each other, and it just gives them more of that home from home feeling, which is what Staybridge is really all about.
No, 100%. I've experienced that myself on a number of occasions at Staybridge, and it really is, I mean, it's not just nibbles though, is it really? You can have separate. It's a proper meal almost. You've got the cheese and the hummus and bread and what have you, and drinks. So no, it's very hospitable service.
It's a lovely thing to do to give back to our guests.
Yeah, yes. I remember way back there was a Staybridge where there was a dog, a resident dog. Do you have any of that kind of thing where you've got a Staybridge dog belonging to Staybridge?
Yeah, we don't have a Staybridge dog at the moment. We have recently just done a campaign because we've just gone from being pet tolerant to pet friendly. So we've got, if anybody's traveling and they've got dogs with them, we've got like little welcome packs and little dog packages that we can do. So we're very much welcoming of dogs, and obviously the hotel is very welcoming of dogs, but we don't at the moment actually have any resident animals.
Right. What's the difference between pet tolerant and pet friendly, please?
So with pet tolerant, they're limited to places they can go in the hotel. So say, for example, they might not be able to go to all areas, whereas being pet friendly, there's the packaging, the measures in place, and they can go anywhere except where people in the restaurant, because that's the part of health and safety. You can't have the dogs in where people eat the food, but they can go anywhere else in the hotel. Whereas if you're pet tolerant, you're really limiting back places in the hotel where the dog can be.
Right. You mentioned their dog, and I've come a cropper with this one myself. Are you also cat friendly?
Yes, if people want to bring cats, they can. We have a pet supplement, so depending on how many pets there are, guests can pay a pet supplement per pet per room per night. And we don't say it's just dogs. We are pet friendly, so that can be any pets.
Right. Interesting. Because we have a short-term rental ourselves, and we advertised it as pet friendly, and a lady turned up with a cat, and I said no, it's not for cats, and so I had to change how we presented it really. Because it's the allergy kind of question, isn't it really?
Yeah, I mean, we tend to find that obviously we get requests for cats, but they don't travel as well as dogs. So I think for the most part, if people really do want to bring their cat, generally on the whole it's okay because the cat's used to traveling. Having more had cats in my life than dogs, cats are a lot more set in their ways, a lot more comfortable being out and about than dogs are. So it's a bit different how they travel, isn't it?
Interesting. Didn't know that. You had a request for crocodiles or anything like that?
No, cats and dogs so far.
Yeah,
But we're
yeah.
welcome to all pets.
Well, there you go. I think that's a good. I think that might be a good slogan to finish this on. Really, crocodile friendly.
Oh,
No, but
crocodile friendly. Yes, I like that.
yeah.
I'll pitch that. I'll pitch that as the next idea. Can we go crocodile friendly?
Yeah, do that. Do that. Actually, before we do, talking about, or it just gone through my mind, there is for other viewers who are in the Midlands area, there is a networking event and a kind of, I forgot what it's called, but you have a gathering, don't you? And it has not an association as such, or maybe it is, where you work together. Do you want to talk about that at all? There was recently an event, I think.
Oh, BSAP.
That's it.
Yeah, so BSAP is the Birmingham Extended Stay Partnership. We've just had our 4th edition. So basically what that is a collaboration between ourselves and other long stay providers in the city. So I work very closely with Laura Moore at aparthotel, Part Switch, and Stay City over there with Nagid and Antonio, and Cooler with Christy and the team over there. So what we do is we work together because we're all very passionate about extended stay, and we're all very passionate about our properties, and all very passionate about our city and showcasing our city, because it really is a wonderful place to visit. So what we do is we collaborate and we put on fam trips, and we try and do maybe 2-3 a year, and it's extended stay focused. So we sort of take it in turns, sort of taking the lead on organising it, and we get all our long stay agents together. We give them a hotel room, and we put on hospitality, and we've done some really great ones with key players in the city like Albert Schloss. We've recently done with Clays, and we've done with Sandbox VR. So we've done lots of different sort of activities with them, and it showcases the hospitality as well as the hotels. And we get really great feedback from it, because it's a rare thing that competitors work together, but also it's a nice thing to do to bring everybody together. And it's a fantastic showcase for long stay and fantastic showcase for the city. And a shout out to all my BSAP colleagues, because we'll be planning the next one very soon.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, keep people posted on that on LinkedIn. That's great. And how nice of you to do that shout out, and to name all those other companies. Yeah, but Albert Schloss, I won't even go into that one. I'm traumatized after a recent visit to one. So if I won't even expand on that. So no, thank you very much indeed, Sarah, for breaking that ice with us, and describing Staybridge Suites Birmingham. So really appreciate your time. And yeah, thank you very much. Don't go away, and I'll speak to you shortly.
Thank you, Richard. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you.